Hey guys, it's G again. I got all dressed up today. Look, my suit, my tie, my watch, everything. This new blazer, my dad gave it to me. Very nice, very elegant, very formal. I had this meeting today, networking with businesses, and I gotta say it was a great experience. I definitely recommend it. If you're in college or just looking to meet new people, very, very good. But anyway, that wasn't really the highlight of my day. What I wanted to talk about today was, oh, by the way, these are talks, probably will never be uploaded to YouTube for the public. These are just for me, so I can understand my public speaking and get better and better each day. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about was at the public event that I was at, where it all dressed up nicely, I stumbled upon some newspapers, and I just picked up this. Here, I was reading it on the train back. It's the Wall Street Journal. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. If you're into business or if you're into economics, politics, anywhere, this thing is amazing. I learned so many things from reading it. I'm about to subscribe to it. I want to read these every single day. I believe that everyone should read a newspaper a day, at least one. More, I want to read 2 or 3 newspapers every single day. And the Wall Street Journal, I heard this one in England, the Financial Times. I want to read that one too. And then New York Times, maybe. Anything, and this one is about money. There's an economics section, and it's pretty brilliant. That's how amazing it is. The economics you see here, it talks about businesses closing. See, there's an economics part, money and investments. Perfect for entrepreneurs, investors everywhere. As you can see right here, just about like stocks going up and down the top 100 stocks, NASDAQ, NYSE, everything. This just a beauty. It puts everything here for us. It's been like that forever, but I wanted to talk about an article that really shocked me. Right here. It was under, I forgot which part it was under. The red part. Oh, business news. And over here, this article in Barnes and Noble. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. It says here, over the past quarter, Barnes and Noble just finished their 3rd quarter and at a loss again, and that's not good. This is one of my favorite stores ever, Barnes and Noble. Getting books, that's probably, to most people, getting jewelry or getting new clothes is the best feeling. I love getting books. That's my favorite thing. And Barnes & Noble is probably one of my favorite stores ever, even though the books are pretty overpriced. And then they finished another quarter in the red. Not good. Shares down by 14%. They're going to be closing 10 more stores. It's just a downward spiral for them, in my opinion. Hopefully, I hope that the store comes back. Oh, and they launched a side store, not a store, but a side company. How do they explain it? Like a brother company or whatever. It's called Barnes & Noble University, and instead of selling books like bookstore like they've always had, they're moving on to universities, because that's where they're profiting from, selling textbooks, college textbooks, which is something that'll always be in commodity, which I believe is a great thing for them, because I don't want to see them ever go out of business. It's a very nice store. And anyway, but more and more people stop reading. That's what I think. Actually, stop reading hardcover books, because now we have Amazon, and Amazon is, you can not only get books cheaper there, but you can get ebooks, and ebooks are always going to be cheaper, and people can just read it from their home. They can download the book and just start reading. You have to go to a store to buy a book anymore. You can just get it from the comfort of your own home, and that's probably the new way of reading. To me, I love reading paperback hardcover books. That's always been my thing. I love ebooks too. They can be very nice. The Kindle store, you can get quick jerks of information right there. Some books teach you a lot, some books teach you a little, but still, value for value, it's still amazing. The books from Barnes & Noble, I always get so much value from. I'm finishing The Selfish Gene, Richard Dawkins. I have Onward by Howard Schultz, the guy who made Starbucks. And one more, The Everything Store by Jeff Bezos. Those are pretty amazing books by pretty amazing people. And then about this article, I was reading, and probably, it's not stated, but I infer that the biggest rival that Barnes & Noble has is Amazon. Probably because they have the biggest bookstore in the world. And Barnes & Noble used to be the biggest, now not the biggest anymore. That's why they're seeing drops in not only stock, but in customers, everything. About 30% drop. And then right here it talks about the Nook, which is the Barnes & Noble version of the Kindle. And right here you can see my Kindle. I love my Kindle so much. $35 on Black Friday, probably the best sale of my life. I'll never get a better value for value sale than this. 35 bucks. And the thing about the Kindle is it's so easy. Everything is right here. There's so many like free books and everything. The Nook does not offer that. Everything is Barnes & Noble for the Nook. They have their own system, their own thing, their own every single thing. And I don't think that's good. And the Nook only offers books. I think. I've played with a Nook. I've never bought a Nook for myself, but I feel that it only offers regular books, magazines, newspapers, all that stuff. The thing that separates it from Amazon is, look at this. My favorite parts, my favorite one, Kindle books, obviously, number one. Number two, audiobooks. And I love audiobooks so much. I don't know if I'm a reader or a listener. Maybe a mixture of both, because I love them both so much. And audiobooks they're always fun to listen to. No matter what book it is, just to hear knowledge coming into your ear by another person, that's sometimes even better than reading it for yourself, where you can like imagine different things. And then not only that, but I put it on a useless tab because I'm not going to really use these. There's this thing: free time, games, photos, newsstand, music. Newsstand, I don't know how to work newsstand. I have here apps. I have the Wall Street Journal and the Financial Times here. They're great apps, but on the Fire, I don't really like them too much. The Wall Street Journal is okay. The Financial Times is impossible to open up on this. Maybe it's not made for this. I have to delete it soon. I want to get the hard cover, the hard copy of that. That is what I need. And then also, what separates the two is probably the price too. 35 bucks for this, and the value you get is probably like 10 times more than the Nook. And a Nook is like 70 bucks, I think. Don't quote me. It's between like 50 to 100 bucks. And that's ridiculous for a little thing like this. If this is 35 and they're destroying the market here, actually not really destroying, because everyone would rather have an iPad, which I don't get why you need an iPad for this $35. This is free books everywhere. The only thing it doesn't have is iBooks, which is another amazing thing. But don't really want to pay an extra 400 bucks for an iBooks when I do have an iPad at home, but I rarely use it. These Amazon books are just clearly better. Hopefully the knowledge and value I get from these, I'll use the money to invest, buy myself an iPad. Then I won't be needing, I'll always keep this because it's the easiest way to read anywhere. And I love the reading on this. The iPad is like heavier and then more fragile, and I feel like I'll drop it and everything. But anyway, this value for value, best thing. And then Barnes & Noble, they can't keep up. I feel like Jeff Bezos is doing something so much better than what's the guy's name here? Mr. Tinker. I don't know what his first name is. Does it say? Mr. Tinker, CEO of Barnes & Noble. What I recommend for you, Mr. Tinker, is, since the Nook is just losing popularity over and over, there's going to be less and less. I would just destroy the Nook completely. I feel like unless you can advertise it better than $35 and add audiobooks and all the stuff the Fire does, and then again, people will still buy the Fire because Amazon is way more powerful than Barnes & Noble. So unless you can make it down to $35 that's like halving in already a time of crisis, you have to half your Nook. I feel like it's not even worth it. No matter how much you sell with your university textbooks, I feel like the Nook will probably, if you use the Nook for the university, that's one thing, but just itself, it's not valued more than the Kindle. Sorry, or the iPad. Maybe even the iPad has a better value. $400 compared to your $100 product. I'd take the iPad every single time. So maybe that's part of the reason. I'm not sure. I haven't done enough research. I have to. When I get home, I'm gonna download the Barnes & Noble 10K, the annual report, and I'm gonna see everything about Barnes & Noble because it's one of my favorite stores. I don't want it to close. I love going there. If it offers sales, I love it. I love it to the point where it's gonna offer more and more sales to stay in business, but I don't love it because it'll probably eventually close. That's my biggest issue with it. It's one of my favorite stores. That's all I have to say. I hope it never goes out of business. It's truly a great store. So anyway, that's G. Peacing out. Bye guys.